You must be incredibly proud of your team tonight, especially what happened in the last game against Liverpool, just to get that result and that performance.
Yeah, very proud, and again, we had to deal with some adversity tonight. We started the game really well, I thought, but then obviously we lose Rodrigo, and even in the way it happened, it's quite distressing. You see a teammate go down in that manner, and again, we had to sort of compose ourselves and deal with that and reorganise, and super proud of the players. I have been all along. It hasn't been through the want of trying that our results haven't been. It's certainly not been on them. It's just that we just haven't been able to get the consistency to get the results we needed. But just proud that they feel good tonight. They get the rewards of their hard work. Our fans as well, because we've put them through a tough time. I thought they were outstanding tonight. We haven't achieved anything, but I think just that feeling of having a victory against a top opponent in a big game, I think really pleased for everyone.
How would you sum up Bergvall's performance in general, but also the other side of that, about the debate around the possible second yellow card? What are your thoughts on that as well?
Yeah, Lucas was brilliant. I mean, like I said, I haven't lost sight of the fact that we've got two 18-year-olds, one who's playing at centre back. It's not even his position. I just don't think people really understand, the level of performance that these young guys are giving us at the moment. And we had a goalkeeper on debut. Jed's playing left back unbelievably well. But yeah, Lucas is just growing all the time. He's just got that ability as a footballer to create space for himself. He's got the quality, but he works awfully hard for the team as well. And like I said, we've been dealing with some adversity for sure. But we've had some growth in that. I've got no doubt about that. That's been masked by poor results and poor form for sure. But I've got no doubt that when we get our players back, we've got the foundation of a really sort of, strong core group of players we can really grow with. Yeah, I don't want to speculate, Tom, because I don't really know either. I mean, all I know is he was conscious when he came off. Obviously, it was some sort of head injury, but he was conscious when he was coming off the field, and he's been taken to hospital for observation, but I'm not really clear on sort of how it happened. Again, mate, I don't, it's not my area, unless I'll get the doctor out here, but I'm not going to speculate because it's just not fair on people around him. But it was a head injury, and there was concern from players out there, so obviously there was something going on. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, no, fantastic. I got the sense when I spoke to him before we signed him that he had a bit about him in terms of, real sort of assuredness, that probably belied his years. And, we did. I threw him a mammoth task today to play against the best team, arguably in the world at the moment, in a big game, in a semi-final, and he just handled it awfully well. And, I think credit to Johan and his team. They were really big on him as a footballer that's going to fit our style. They worked really hard to make it happen now, and you can see why he's an outstanding footballer.
Ange, it was a lovely moment for Lucas, but maybe just seconds earlier he could have been sent off. I wonder what you made that incident, just because Arne spoke about it as well.
Yeah, look, I spoke about it after the game. Last time, I think that my comments were misinterpreted. I didn't criticise the referee or the decision. I didn't think the decision was right about the handball, but I said that it's very hard at the moment. It's very confusing to understand certain elements of the game. Now, we've been told consistently the last few weeks, because I've been, screaming at it from the sidelines, because a lot of teams have got away with a lot of fouls with us without bookings because the referee plays advantage. And we've been told consistently, if we play advantage, as long as it's not a cynical foul, then the player does not get cautioned. So that's been relayed to us on a weekly basis, because we feel like that's been happening. That was one of the things I was kind of, bemoaning last week. And there was certain players who just repeatedly were fouling. We were getting advantage, but no bookings. So that's what I'm talking about, is that I don't think... And I'm really surprised at how... What's the word I'm looking for? How people in this country are so easily letting the game changed so much so quickly. It's changed more since VAR has come in, and I've been involved, and I think in the last 50 years. We never used to debate offsides. We never used to debate handballs. We never used to debate holding in the box. We never used to debate so many things. And it seems like, I mean, did everyone really love the announcement today? Did that give you a real buzz about, I mean, seriously? But now and again, look, I understand, my understanding of it is this is what the people want. That's what I keep getting told. I understand that. And I understand that, we're not going to, VAR is going to be there. Technology is going to be a part of life. But it's like my wife and our kids, yeah? We know technology, but she limits screen time. Why? Slow things down. I think we just got to be a bit careful about constantly, why do we want to change the game so much? And I know I'm going to be the old bloke in the stands who keeps shouting boo every time VAR, and I'll be the only one. But I just thought people would be a little bit more protective about the sanctity of the game. That's what I was talking about. Like, I wasn't criticising referees. I've never criticised, like I said, I didn't think the decision was right, but it's just the way the game, I think there's a lot of confusion at the moment. That's my belief, that the game is changing on the basis of technology. And I'm saying, why isn't anyone, speaking up about it? Especially in this country who, for all intents and purposes, you guys think you're the custodians of the game. You've got a song that says it's coming home. This is your game, and yet it takes an Aussie from the other side of the world to be the one that's most conservative about changes.
At the minute, are those decisions like a lottery, because it feels like on one day it might get given.
So my comments are fair and even playing ground. That's what they were about. So today it advantaged us. Yeah. I wasn't saying that there was a vendetta against me or Tottenham when I spoke last week. That's not what my comments were about. It's just that, and like I said, and I could be on a lone crusade here, but I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to just be the lone voice of saying, just leave the game alone for a bit. Even extra time now, minutes added on there, minutes. We never used to talk about these things before. And yet now everything is changing. So that was my comment. So today, I can see why Arnie's would be very disappointed. If that was me, I'd be disappointed as well. But apparently they're the rules. So, yeah.
Just quickly, I was going to say that you look to be a lot more emotional on the sideline during this period. I don't know if I'm misreading that or that's not how you feel, but are you conscious of just letting your emotions out a little bit more?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's been an emotional time, mate. It's like I keep saying, I am a human being. Like all of us. We're in these roles of managers, and we're supposed to. I understand we've got positions of responsibility, but we're still human beings in the core, and we react to things. And I don't like the fact that people who are working really hard for this club on and off the field have not had that feeling of victory. I don't feel great about our supporters not having that feeling of victory. It weighs heavily on me, mate. It's my responsibility. So yeah, I'm a little bit more emotional than I usually am, but that's, I guess that also probably means I do care, and I think that's still important.
Just a very quick one on Archie Graham, what he's managing to do every 3 days at the moment, and also the relationship he's building with Rodrigo.
It's like I said, I in a position he's never played, mate. He's never played. An 18-year-old. Name me another Premier League team that's got 2 18-year-olds and one playing out of position consistently. I'm so happy they're at our football club, and as I keep saying, in 2 or 3 years' time, I just pray to God I'm the beneficiary of their talent, mate. Because if somebody else is getting it, I won't be happy.
James, last one, please.
Was there any change in your sort of overall approach from the Liverpool game here in the league? It felt a bit more pragmatic.
No, you can put it that way. I mean, people said, my midfield setup was, a little bit more conservative today. That's because I only had 3 midfielders to choose. The others weren't available. So we certainly went about it the same way. Look, Liverpool don't allow you to dominate the game the way other teams do. And like I said, Ali said, our players every 3 days are playing a game of football, mate, without rest. And you saw Liverpool at the end, they put on some significant talent, some really good footballers, some top footballers. I couldn't do the same. And yet the guys who are out there are consistently doing it. So, maybe we're not as dominant as we wanted to be, but there's good reason, not through the lack of trying or, different intent in terms of how we went about it.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.